and neither did many people in the country where I was born. But I turned my world upside down by promising myself that I wouldn't end up like my mother. Not because she was not strong, but because I wanted a voice of my own and a voice. I knew even then that I would become something big, something strong like her, but on my own terms. I left Bosnia young and I made it outside of the community and the country where I was born. The West accepted me. I was recognized. I became what I am today, a role model to many girls and women around the world, and people like to call me the youngest successful artist. It feels good because my works became part of something universal, seen and accepted by the biggest museums. But this award feels different. It feels special because it comes from you, Roma people to a Roma woman. Through these awards, I feel that I finally belong. This award will go to my art project that I have to school, which is supporting girls in my village to finish elementary school. I started this project in 2017 with just 5 girls, and only 20% of them finished elementary school. Today, there are 50 girls, and 99% of them finish elementary school. I always think of the quote by Simone de Beauvoir. Her wings were cut, but they still expected her to fly. With everything I have, I'm trying to make sure that the girls in my village and girls all around the world grow their wings so that they, like you and me, can also fly. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to the wonderful Selma family for this well-deserved recognition of her work.
După președinte este Marcelman, Pașcarișca, Șamisare, la Cheia, care va fi.
Before we move on to enjoy the musical delight paintings, it is our great pleasure to invite a very special guest to deliver the Lautasa for this year's Tajsa Roma.
Am realizat că cașnați și calizia, care atenția manualul și atenția aras, e dus specialno gosto de o laudatio pașcare Roșesco Tajsa Laureato.
It is an honor to welcome Ms. Sonia Licht, a close ally and dedicated friend of the Roma cause, who was part of the Yugoslav dissident movement from the late 60s, a long-time advocate of democratic processes involved in the Balkans, a leading figure in advancing minority and women's rights in Serbia and across the region. She is the founder and president of the Belgrade Fund for Political Excellence. She also serves as member of the board of the Roma Foundation for Europe.
Sono apparente trasmesso a Milano alla Nazi Sonia Licht. E pasuni all'acca per amali anni di causa rovendi, Sabita Sotor andare uno stabiato di signori Shibe, Catalogor le somadesce docene. E tutto dramati avvocata parte democraticare il processo anglo-balcano, e cerughi figurava con nel minoritario, dai pubblicani casmatengo anni Serbia, dai ando sasso regiono. Voi si
very distinguished excellent Roma community and the fans of Roma community. I am deeply honored to stand before you and deliver this introduction for the second time since the Tajsa Cultural Heritage Prize has been established in 2019. While sitting in the audience of the Goldie Theatre in Berlin when the prize was launched, and admiring the magnificent artistic performance of Roma women and men from different parts of Europe, still not I was mesmerized once again by the unique mixture of joy and pain, strength and persistence. Living in Europe for more than a millennium, Roma have been surviving extremely difficult conditions. Racial discrimination, extermination, including the Holocaust. At the same time, they were outstanding artists and craftspeople and continue to produce wonderful artistic creations presented at the most respected cultural institutions in Europe, such as Venice Biennale, Sarajevo Film Festival, Siget Festival in Budapest, the Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilization in Marseille, to mention just a few. Beating all the odds through the centuries, Roma preserved their identity and demonstrated extraordinary resilience. Tonight, in this marvelous venue of culture, we are celebrating their strength and steadfastness, the world of beauty and love. Scattered throughout Europe, although loyal citizens of their countries, they are too often pushed to the margin of their societies, socially and politically deprived of basic human and minority rights. The most perilous situation we are witnessing nowadays is the Slovenian National Assembly passing a law that treats the entire Roma minority as a security risk due to a tragic event when a Roma youngster is accused of killing the Slovenian national, which proves that even in an EU member state, justice for Roma and non-Roma is not the same. As menstrual Valenti, the Vice President of the Roma Foundation for Europe, rightly warns such a precedent in a small EU country is large enough to reshape the entire European project. The Tajsa Prize vividly demonstrates the fact that Roma culture is an essential part of sustainable development of the European Roma community as well as the entire Europe. The finalists of the prize were just presented to this distinguished audience, and I'm sure everybody is fascinated with their accomplishment. But there is a choice to be made among the best ones. In brackets, I must confess to you that I'm very grateful not to be part of the jury choosing the winner of the prize. It must be an incredibly difficult job. Tonight, I am privileged to say a few words about Tajsa Roma, the artist, activist, feminist, humanist, and her struggle to make our world a better place. Selma is a visual and performing artist from Romani origin, from a small Austrian town village. Her multidisciplinary work includes performance, video, painting, and installation, often rooted in her own family heritage, with a special role played by her strong and resilient mother. She exhibited her work from New York to Venice, from Paris to Belgrade, and dozens of other places confronting social injustice, gender-based violence, and systemic discrimination. In her ongoing performance, Motherboard, at the Istanbul Biennale, alongside her family members and various engineers, she dismantles electronic waste to extract precious metals, a process that deconstructs racialized and reductive narratives while offering tangible insights into power and sustainability, including a path to decrease climate calamity. Selma also founded, as we heard, the education initiative Get Ahead to School, supporting Roma girls who are facing extreme poverty and marginalization. As Tina Greenhouse, the director of area, wrote about Selma, I quote, "She is the most dangerous woman in the world, according to herself, but also one with a touching vulnerability and with a booming desire to instill justice in our souls, inviting all of us to listen and connect." Thank you, Selma. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia, for your lovely words. To continue our celebration of the Roma cultural heritage, we invite you to enjoy a performance of exceptional strength and energy.
Teraz majura mamy telewizja, albo mamy program normalny, a teraz men te aspecta inteligent, jak spektakl do dorasta taj energia.
With great excitement, we introduce Mahalai Banda, to win your hearts with their vibrant blend of traditional local music, Balkan rhythms, and the powerful resonance of their vast ensemble. Led by colorist and composer Aurelio Vinza, Mahalai Banda brings a 21st century Roma sound that is rooted in tradition, yet enriched with touches of dub, soul, and Eastern influences.
Bare roșasa prezentarea rumenge e Mahalai Banda, care este astfel cum alegem pe și care tradițional la udalie muzica, bazată pe curicula tradițională rezonanța catalene instrumenturile. O violonistă care o compozitoră Aurelio Vinza cerno che Mahalai Banda alege romano bașarințe pista electro scelto sposa musica lor tradiția care are o dut soul care escutare influență.
Before we give the stage to the performers, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to all of you for joining us this evening. On behalf of the European Roma Institute for Arts and Culture, we thank the supporters of tonight's event, the German Federal Foreign Office, and the European Commission CESDA, our institutional donors, the Council of Europe, and the Roma Foundation for Europe. Our thanks go to our media partners as well, Deutsche Welle, Romanian National Television TVR, the Telegraph, the Netherlands, DC News, Apollo Strategic Communications, and Telegraph Serbia, as well as the Roma Foundation for Europe network members and our closest allies.
Am luat just mai dur avem pe cena o performare și am astăzi ca am mai valo respecto tumenge sabore che sabien amenza catalina. Am donat Europa che romane istituționă vas arta la cultura na izarască suporte ele am parteneria media na izarască de sabore.
We look forward to welcoming you again in 2027 for the next edition of the Tajsa Prize. And now, without any further delay, we present the 11th Brass Band, Mahalai Banda.
Wow.